Welcome back. Here with some more early streamer event for the Ikoria release. Be available to the general public tomorrow, but we got a god account, been playing a bunch of cool decks so far. Been playing against some of the top streamers, played against Crokies, Mengucci, Huey Jensen. So a lot of fun so far. This new set seems really sweet. A lot of different archetypes being played. So what we have here is a Mardu black, white, red hero human tribal deck. So Hero Precinct 1 rewards you for casting multicolor spells, creates human tokens. So what we have is a number of humans that are also happen to be multicolor. Rixmati Revelers more just as a filler, filter your cards and give you some card advantage. May want to replace this with Midnight Reaper after we play some games. General's Enforcer is a new card. It makes our other legendary humans indestructible, and for 4 mana we can exile a creature from a graveyard to get a 1/1 human soldier token. Fireblade Artist is a hasty 2/2 that can sack our tokens on upkeep to redirect 2 damage. Stormfist Crusader is card advantage and menace. Dire Tactics is actually a very big human payoff card. It's 2 mana unconditional exile. But you lose life equal to that creature's toughness if you don't control a human. So it's a way to kind of get around that with Hero. General Kudro is one of our legendaries. It's a lord for our humans, so it gives everything +1/1. Whenever another human enters the battlefield, we get to exile a card from our opponent's graveyard, and we can sacrifice 2 humans to destroy a creature power 4 or greater. All the extra fodder from Hero pays into General Kudro. Now, we're playing Luros as in the deck, not companion, so we're not bound by its restriction. Basically treating this as a 3 mana 3/2 that lets us cast everything you see here each turn from our graveyard, so it's kind of reoccurring card value. Then we have some more legendaries. We have Judith, which makes our stuff stronger. When non-tokens die, we get to ping damage. And then we have Tajik, which protects us from burn-based damage, and then is also haste that we can mentor. Then probably, other than Yodaro in Narset, the card I'm most excited from, Luminous Broodmoth, or Mothra, Supersonic Queen. Flying, whenever a creature you control without flying dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a flying counter on it. Anything dies, we get it back, and it's a good board wipe insurance. 1 Sorin. I want to see if we want to play another Mothra or just Sorin, but basically as a reanimation and life gain. And then we're going wide, so we got some Ember Cleaves. Biggest thing for this deck is Savai Triome for a mana base. We're trying to hit a lot of colors. We're all 2-drops, so we can afford to have a turn off. I'm opting to not go Fabled Passage in light of just always having lands that come into play untapped other than the Triome, which perfectly fixes our mana. Lots of talking today. So best of 1 for this format. I've played all these decks so far. Really only got 2 more, and then I got to do another dump. So I'll probably get to this and then 1 more before a dinner break, and then I'll be back in the evening. It'll give me some time to edit some stuff too. Appreciate everyone who's stopping by so far. It has been a fun one. So this is kind of the concern with the deck. Okay, we'll keep this. I'm going to get rid of Rixmati here. Nah, get rid of General Enforcer. So going Hero on 2. That teamer. So this is probably Fires. Been seeing a lot of that Growth Spiral on 2. So we do need to be wary of board wipes. It's a little awkward because I do need to shock for this. I want to try to get another land into this Mothra. Broodmoth. Luminous Broodmoth. I should probably not play with the Godzilla arts even though they're sweet, just because it's harder to identify the cards. No sweeper, no sweeper, no sweeper, no sweeper, no sweeper. No sweeper. If we could get the Broodmoth down, then we're in a good spot. I think I want to try to cycle for a land here. Nope. Alright. They got 5 cards and fires. We'll give them the win. So basically what that deck does is they use Janara to get a bunch of mana. They play Golos, and then they have Fae of Wishes. Fae of Wishes then can go into your sideboard and get non-restricted cards that have multiple colors. So then you just play like the Mardu Ultimatum and the Botanical Ultimatum, Bodacious Ultimatum, whatever the Teamer one is. So you get some value there. So it's like a Fae package for some big spells out of the sideboard. Max makes magic. So again, the mana has been a bit rough in this deck. Yeah, Genesis. I think Genesis Wave is probably the easiest. So unlike the Mardu Knights where you get the Tri-Land, this deck might be better in Historic where you get... what's it called? Unclaimed Territory, just to really fix your mana. So this is likely a cycling deck again. So Zadara rewards you for cycling. So basically this card here, whenever you draw a card, you get counters on it. And then if you have 8 counters, you get an 8/8. So pretty nice curve here. Even if they get an 8/8, we have 2 exile spells for it. This is a blue-white version. We'll see if they have red. We do need to be wary of a Shatter the Sky. So we're going to want to see how much we want to push. So they have Teferi. We'll see if Teferi bounces the token or the hero here. This turning off like Uro and stuff like that's really nice. Okay, probably still just play out General. That's a nice follow-up for a board wipe, especially if we hit some more mana. So I'm taking Teferi off the table just because I don't want to do an instant speed board wipe. Probably force the Fireblade Artist this turn. Could threaten lethal if they don't have a wipe. Okay, so it is Jeskai. I'm hoping they just do like Narset downtick. Why are we playing against all the Clarion decks? Okay, Fire's Prophecy is nice. It does allow us to safely deploy. Are you 2 or less? 2 or less. Okay, second. Judith is great. So this is board wipe insurance. May just be able to kind of go off here. Okay, they have Narset. Narset will likely kill Judith here. They discard Dream Trawler. So they're dead. They're dead. Having 6 copies of a Lord effect is really nice, especially when we're going wide. It makes these tokens a lot better. Nice. This Jeskai Cycles deck is actually really cool too. We have a slightly different take on it. Alright. So sorry for those who are tuning in and haven't been catching. We're playing on the VIP client. So I do need to restart it every couple games. It starts getting laggy. Thanks for everyone who followed today. Lot to kind of maintain, just going deck to deck and trying to do YouTube uploads at the same time. For those of you who haven't stopped by, I'm MTG Joe. Play a lot. Pretty much every stream is a different deck. Try to do a lot of brews, do budget lists, do budget build series. I write articles and produce content on aetherhub.com. Okay, we're playing Eldrazi. Let's play Ali. What do we got? This hand is very, very, very bad. Knowing him, he's going big mana. Okay, so we got the Ozolith. This hand is just awful. So whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, if it had a counter on it, put those counters on the Ozolith at the beginning of your combat on your turn. If the Ozolith in combat, if the Ozolith has counters, you move it onto it. I'm just going to go Judith here. Judith allows me to... Okay, so it's Vivian. See if they fight here. Just put counters. The counters do adapt there. I think I just want to take them off mana. Not hitting a land there really sucks.
You were lucky to get that.
Hey, Gregan. I usually stream 3 to 5 times a week. Usually in the evenings, Eastern time. And then on the weekends, I try to get a stream in here and there.
This'll be fun to watch.
The weekends are kind of unpredictable. It's when I get time. Usually announce it always on my Twitter or on my Instagram. Okay, so they got Mecha Godzilla weapon of lots of text. Man, drawing nothing but Judas sucks. We've been like draw land and been okay. Because like here if we drew a land then we could have taken this Vivian off the board. Now they just put more counters on this. So they're building, so this has choose a type of counter at random. Put it on it and then it gets everything. Yeah, we're dead. We did. Just never drawing lands. That was sweet. Mecha Godzilla. So far, I think we maybe want to cut a Judith. I think I might want to find some space for some 1-drops. Might ease it up. Actually, let's try that out. 1 sec. So you are a human. Probably want something haste. Yeah, I was thinking Fervent Champion's probably the best. You have Death Touch, which isn't bad. Makes but Fervent being haste. Because some of these things, so cut you. You're a soldier, shaman. You're a knight. Cut Sorin. Cut Cleave. Or cut a Judith. Keep Cleave. Yeah, let's try it like that. Yeah, I think we need some pressure on one. I was thinking, like, because we're not always going to have the tri-land on one. Playing Alias V. Sounds sweet. probably Fireblade. Okay, looks to be playing Menace Tribal. When should we tell them that we're also on Menace? Okay, Stormfist. Them being on the play is probably quite reasonable in this game. Yeah, this event's basically just like pick a streamer, get to see them play. If they play one of the Menace Lords, yeah. So decline here. So I think we go Tajik here. Mentor onto this. See if they want to trade. Yeah, I got it in the list of ones. I feel like there's a couple cool ones first to try out. I was actually thinking of the Raptor for this deck. Labyrinth Raptor. Just as a nice 2-drop. Okay, so we're going to go Hero here. Sucks that I have to shock here. Gonna exile this. No attacks. I just don't want to take more damage. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So this is going to make us sack something. So we'll sack this. This lets us kill this. Fervent's actually great because it lets us go Luros as well. Play out the Trinome. And then next turn I can go Hero. So next turn I can go play the Hero from the graveyard, play Fireblade Artist. You have Death Touch, you don't. No, I need to block like this. The reason being, if this has first strike, it kills it before I can gain the life, and I want to gain the life this turn. Doggo just got back from a walk. Okay, it's pretty good for them. Probably just need to do this. Just in case they have the has to be blocked by 3. So I'm going to double block on that. They might opt to not attack. Okay, well. We're going to Cleveland. Just short. Gotta actually enable emotes. That Masker Girl wrecked us. Okay, with the heroes it feels a bit better. I do think I may want to... What's our deck look color-wise? Does this give us the breakdown? Okay, so I think what I want is cut a mountain, Temple of Silence. This mana base is very, very tight. That matchup's there, it's a bit tough. Like, we have some elements of menace, but when we have to multi-block, it's hard for us to do so. It may, but we have... Oh, we played V. Cardelli earlier. We have 4 knights that we can likely still be fine. Luros. Okay, so priest. The question here... I think we just do this turn. It makes the dire tactic better, and then I have something to sack as fodder. With Luros, it's actually pretty sweet. This looks like black-white sack. Okay, so... Yeah, looks like Orzhov weenies. I'm just going to take the land drop. I can play 2 spells next turn. Doing this now lets me attack in. And then if they cast Luros, I have another one. So they're going to sack this so they can cast it with Luros. Just attack with Fervent. The first strike gets around Tithe Taker. This also taxes us, so we wouldn't have been able to cast it on their turn. Yep, and they go Priest and Celebrant. So I don't think I'm as worried about Priest now. I do think I'm going to take this trade. Sure we don't accidentally cycle here. I think we go aggressive. We have a bunch of fodder even if they're sacrificing. Moth would be really nice here. Brood Moth. Next turn I got another double spell turn. Cleave would be very good as well. Okay, so looks to me like we're gonna sack these 2. Them discarding 2 Heartless Axe is actually very, very good. Mardu Knights is a bit better because you have the Tri-Land. Do need to be mindful of our life here. This could be Luros. I think we might need to... If they play Luros, then we're going to just force through some damage. Going to put an upkeep trigger. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I still think... Nah, I think we're going to wait. Because my plan with the upkeep trigger was if they played Luros, I did it so I could sack the token. Hoi! Rewarded. In Cleveland... I don't think you want to do that. They're at 9. Oh, they're at 4. Question is, do I do this? I think I do it on their upkeep. So they have to sack their board as it is if they want to keep the priest. Get rid of Fervent Champ. The downside about doing this is we don't get to sack the token. But on their upkeep, they also lose this 2 mana. So they can pop it for food if they want. Oh, they have Heartless Act. That was a draw. It's fine. This auto-equips the Fervent Knight for free. So now, they got no board. They can play Luros out, and then they can cast something from the graveyard. I can equip this for free. They can block here. Gain some life. Okay, they got Mire Trident. Just does 2 damage to them. Yeah, I do have one already. It's kind of the same idea, but I'm playing Luros in the main, and then I have Broodmoth, and then Doom Foretold. So then you use your Doom Foretolds to sack your stuff and then get it back. So this auto-equips here. So they're taking 4 regardless here. And then just play this out. Yeah, I have over 20 deck lists on Aether Hub, so you can check them out. I'm going to try to play as many as I can. Obviously, we're limited to the window that we can right now. That is a draw. This pumps this up. The synergy works a lot better with Fervent Knight. Oh, they have the Heartless Act, so that also means I don't get the Embercleave equipped this turn. Just use our mana this turn. We don't have the full 4 mana, otherwise we could have exiled. Sick. Took him out. Yeah, I've been brewing throughout, like here and there. Now that we actually get to play them, we get to see what works and what doesn't. Like in this deck here, just having the 1-drops really helped. Let's run one more. Let me give it a quick reset. That'll take us to about 40 minutes. So I'll probably do one more after this. And then I'm going to take a dinner break. And then we'll come back later tonight. And go from there. Give me some editing time too. Yeah, 2 cleaves feels good in this. It lets us push through some damage. We're not as like big, you play cleave, you win. We don't go huge. Rowan, thanks for the follow. I think I want to go Jeskai next. I forget what else I had loaded. I have the Drake. Hey, Titans fan. It's going well. Playing a lot of sweet decks. I was tuning in earlier when you were playing your Dimir Flash list. I was under like the shared accounts iPad, so Abby the Doodle, not my usual account. How was your run today? Yeah, the Menace Tribal one's fairly similar to this, so I might hold off on that one. There were some requests for the big white devotion list. I got the Jeskai one, I got the Drakes, and probably want to play the Doom Foretold one. Titans, did you play Gruul Dinos? I played my version today, it was sweet. Oh. Well, it looks like everybody's taking the... Okay, it was a draw. Not sure why it was a draw. So I went the Raptor on 2 that reduces the cost, and Paradise Druid. Corey Bowmeister again up against. And then Nylea was really nice in the deck. I might do Rhythm of the Wilds. That seems to help this curve suite. Stormfist into Tajik. Yeah, Nylea does the same thing as Raptor, and you can cast it on 3 off Raptor, and then you don't take the damage, so it helps. I was casting like Godzilla for 3 mana. The only thing that this list, I'm losing to the mana more than I'm losing to anything else. So we're going to go Stormfist into Tajik, Mentor onto this. There's also an Abzan hero list that looked really good. We played one earlier today. Opponent kicked our ass with it. The Malethis. Trying to remember. Corey was on... Is it Cycling, I think? Or just Is it Spells with Ryo? It's probably dead. But if we can dodge a turn, Tajik prevents this from taking damage, which is very... Tajik in this matchup is very good. We've yet to cast Moth, which sucks. So go Tajik this turn. Okay, so they get the shock off. Unfortunate, because Tajik would have helped us there. Yeah! That is a Luros Fervent Knight turn. Crackle McDackles. I think we need to Dire Tactic this. Play out Crusader. So next turn, if we draw a land, we go Luros and cast this Stormfist Crusader. If we don't draw a land, then we go Luros Fervent Champion. I didn't even get sleeves. Filthy casual. The Teamer's Song of Creation, we drew out our whole deck and we missed by 1 card. Hitting... Okay. Perfect. So here I get to go Luros. The updated mono blue budget. We haven't played it yet, but I made a couple tweaks to it beforehand. It's probably a little... I shouldn't have done that. I should have split it up in case they had shock. The Demir one, the changes we made when we were playing, I'll make the updates afterwards. So you'll see in my deck list I have like little notes which ones I need to update after. It's just hard to go to update them and then get the stuff. So while I'm doing dinner, okay, Luros dying there kind of sucks. And they shock. We have been refilling their hand, which helps them. So they're dead on upkeep. Yeah. Probably by... I'm going to try to get to whatever I can today. I'm more interested in playing games today. I'll make sure all the updates, everything. So once it's up on YouTube, then for sure it'll be an updated deck list. I just need to spend some time doing that. I got to make sure to remember. Are they going to one-shot us with Riel? Oh shit. They almost got us. Good thing we played the blocker. They kind of went off there. 15 out of nowhere. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this one up. Let's make a note that we need to deck list update. So I'm just going to snip this one. I'll be back in 1 minute. Just going to cut the stream, then fire it up again, and then we'll go with Narset Control and fire that up. So give me 1 sec, and then we'll be back for the stream.